Hello, beautiful people. Happy Wednesday, happy Mercury Day, and happy birthday to quite a few notable Scorpios, including Hillary Clinton. Very interesting that she's a Scorpio. No shade to Hillary, but she does kind of come across as a little bit harsh or bitchy sometimes. Maybe that's just her Scorpio nature. She has a natural intensity about her, right? Also, Seth MacFarlane is a Scorpio, Keith Urban. I'm not going to attempt to say this person's name. Amala Paul is a Scorpio. Rita Wilson, Dylan McDermott, they just keep coming. They just keep coming. So if you are a Scorpio, if you know someone celebrating their birthday today, let us know in the comments so we can celebrate them too. Full disclosure, I am not live today. I had something pop up that I had to take care of this morning, but I wanted to make sure to get a quick video out to you so you have the guidance from the cosmos to navigate your day. But if you are joining the stream live or finding this video later, feel free to say hi to your friends in the live chat or comment down below with how you're feeling this day after the Scorpio solar eclipse. We're really leaning into that Scorpio new moon energy now. The moon is entering its waxing phase, but still in Scorpio. So let's get a check on the current energy on this Mercury day. Both the sun and moon still in Scorpio, still in that new moon phase. And what's more intense than the moon and sun both in Scorpio, right? Definitely still feeling the intensity from the solar eclipse. But we have one major transit playing out today that's really setting the stage for something we're going to be talking about later in the week. And that's Mercury harmonizing with Mars, this trine between the planet of communication and the planet of action. Now, the last time we saw a trine like this was the day that Mars entered its shadow period. And remember, Mars will station retrograde over the weekend. So when Mercury and Mars in air signs, both of them in air signs, lock into this 120-degree balanced angle with each other, we can expect more bold expression, more focused mental energy as well. There's a confidence to our mental state. Mars bringing the confidence, Mercury, of course, ruling our mental state. So this is a great transit for putting yourself out there, public speaking. If you need to make a big presentation at work or say something that is a little bold or scary, this is the time to lean into that inner Mars and just put it out there. Now, with both of these planets in air signs, there is a communicative aspect to this and a relational aspect as well. So we're reminded that the way we communicate very much dictates the way we relate to other people. Now, there is a byproduct of this transit being an influx of ideas or motivation to communicate in some way, shape, or form. And with Mercury in Libra, we've really been appreciating the ability to balance ideas and bounce them off of other people. So maybe it's that you've been a little indecisive and Mars gives you just that fire to put your idea out there and see how it is received today. Our mindset will benefit from positive energy and from collaboration. So overall, this is a positive transit we're feeling today, giving us quite a bit of mental energy, stamina, and focus. If you really need to, maybe even putting something off that you have to write or that you have to do, this is the day to really get into the mindset to do it. And it feels like empowerment is the word of the day in a lot of ways, not just because we have this powerful transit, but because, of course, we have the new moon in Scorpio as well. Now, this isn't a traditional new moon coming off of the eclipse, right? So not really recommended to work with the new moon like we normally would, especially because it's this interesting energy that we're working with, really, with the new moon, this newness, this new cycle beginning, and then Scorpio being the planet of death and rebirth. And now that we are entering Scorpio season, it really feels like today is that step forward into transformation. So rather than looking at this as the new beginning, yes, it can be the rebirth, it can be the renewal, but as we're going deep into Scorpio season, this really feels more like the beginning of the end. And that sounds kind of scary, but it's not meant to be. This is the beginning of a cycle of release and shedding and letting go, clearing away anything that's holding us back from sustainable growth. So don't think that just because the eclipse happened yesterday, everything fell away in that one day. This is the beginning of a process of shedding. Just like it takes a snake time to shed its skin, this is the process we're heading into now. And by the full moon, the lunar eclipse in Taurus, we will likely have this appreciation or understanding more so of the growth and the rebirth energy that comes after the death. Let's talk about the couple aspects that the Scorpio moon is making today. So we wake up 6 a.m. Pacific time, 9 a.m. Eastern time, under an opposition between the moon and Uranus. So you can see it on our chart here, the moon at 17 degrees in Scorpio, Uranus at 17 degrees in Taurus. When the moon opposes Uranus, we are attracted to disruption. We feel the need to do things differently. We crave excitement. We crave a thrill. So maybe you wake up with a pep in your step, like ready to kind of rebel against your normal routine, but also excited to take on the world. You might find yourself attracted or drawn to more eccentric people today. And with the moon in Scorpio, we're also drawn to a mystery. So maybe it's that you are looking for a challenge or a mystery to solve, and Uranus's influence here can help us go about it differently. But with an opposition, there's always that make or break energy, right? So if we're not stimulated or excited enough early this morning, there's also the potential for mood swings or causing our own disruptions to create excitement. And I don't know about you, but that doesn't really sound fun to me. So maybe let's not do that today and instead just try to go about things a little differently. This could be the transit that shifts us into a new mindset, shifts us into a new way of being as we're really feeling the transformative energy of the Scorpio solar eclipse still. Now, the moon does make two trines, two balanced connections to Lilith and Neptune this afternoon. So I'll pull up the chart here and jump ahead so you can see. We'll just say about 6 hours from now, and you can see the moon trine Lilith and then coming into that other trine with Neptune. So that would be a grand trine between the three of them, a grand water trine, very intuitive. And this is where the empowerment aspect that I mentioned really comes into play, because first the moon connects with Lilith, and we know Lilith is that part of ourselves that doesn't want to be controlled, that rises up, that wants to be sovereign. So there's an element of confidence and power when the moon harmonizes with Lilith, and sovereignty as well. But Neptune softens this aspect, with Neptune completing the grand trine, and it's really taking us, yes, into empathy and compassion, but even deeper into our intuition as well. So if you're getting any ideas or intuitive hits this afternoon between about noon and 5 p.m. Pacific time, trust them. Our intuition is heightened. Along with that, the veil is thin. So maybe you're getting messages from beyond. Maybe you're not even that woo-woo, and that's okay too. But our intuition is definitely heightened this afternoon. And we're sensitive. We can really sense subtle energetic shifts this afternoon. So that's something to be mindful of. When the moon and Neptune connect like this, we are more sensitive, but that can be empowering, because it can bring through creativity. It can bring through imagination. That will come very easily by this evening. It really feels like it's a signal to just let go and flow, with Neptune being this very flowy energy. Flow with whatever is unfolding now. Neptune is like, just trust you're being guided, trust in that creative urge, trust in that ping you're getting. It's part of the evolution. It's part of the transformation. And then we end the day with a sextile between the moon and Pluto, really reminding us that if we lean into discomfort, if we face our fears, if we lean into the darkness, we can recognize our own power. So really sealing the deal on this whole theme of empowerment that's really popping up today. And I love this personally, because eclipses can bring up fears, doubts, right? All the things, what's going to transform, what's going to change. But all of today's transits, or most of today's transits, are really giving us this sense of we don't need to be in control. We can just trust in our ability to handle whatever comes our way. We can trust in ourselves, and we can find that power within, even when the world seems a bit chaotic around us. So that brings us to today's affirmation, which is, I know my power. Simple as that. You are so powerful. If you are part of this community, I know you are a powerful being. Showing up for yourself, but also showing up so you can influence the people around you. So know your power, know the positives and negatives of your power today. Remember, the moon is connecting with Lilith, and it is in Scorpio, a very powerful sign, but that can be reassuring when doubt and fear pops up. I know my power. And we'll finish out with a card pull from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, just a simple message to see if it needs to, or what needs to come through. Something's going to come through. Whoa, getting ahead of myself. That's for sure. Okay, let's slow down. Let's slow down and just take a deep breath together. Might even feel with Mercury and Mars connecting in air signs today, you might be feeling that energy, like go, go, go. It could be a lot of energy, really the pace picking up in a lot of ways. Mercury likes to move quickly. Mars goes hard and fast, and both of them in air signs. You might even find yourself like asserting your ideas or talking a little bit faster today, like myself. So we're going to just take this moment to slow down. And whether you're watching live or finding this video later, let's all go ahead and take one big deep breath together. Here we go. Breathe in and release. What do we need to know? Keepers of the Earth is the card that came up. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Let's see what the guidebook has. But already we mentioned the veil is thin. Our intuition is heightened. Maybe we are receiving messages from beyond today with the moon and that grand trine with Lilith and Neptune. This feels like confirmation of that for sure. But let me see if I can find Keepers of the Earth. Here it is. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. You are so supported. You do not stand alone. You have a magnificent team of helpers, both in this world and of the earth, who are here to help you every step of the way. Call upon them for assistance. They are here to help. The keepers of the earth acknowledge the work that you have done already and are ready to work through you. They bow at your feet and thank you for wanting to stand for them, to devote your life to protecting the earth in your unique way. It is time to increase your capacity to receive support in the physical realm. This can come in the form of financial abundance, acts of service from strangers, or people flocking to help you in your work. The only thing that is stopping you right now is your capacity to receive support. You deserve to be rewarded for the work that you're doing. You do not need to go at it alone. Call upon the keepers of the earth to help you and your mission. Open your heart and your mind to receiving more than you ever thought possible. What kind of support do you need? Call it in right away. Ooh, I love this so much, especially because Scorpio season feels like this time that maybe not super isolating, but it can feel a little bit intimidating. And with eclipse season well underway now, whatever comes up over the coming weeks might be a little bit intense. It's Scorpio season in general, right? There's intensity, there's darkness, there's fear coming up, but I think this card is here to remind us, I know this card is here to remind us that we are supported every step of the way. And this can be that reassurance that in those moments where things are falling away, things might feel like they're crumbling, we can ask for support, we can ask for a sign, we can ask for guidance, and we can know that everything is unfolding in divine timing and that there is always support, whether it's through family, friends, people in this live stream, people in this community we're creating together, or from your guides, your ancestors, the beings watching down on you and helping you succeed, rearranging things to make sure that you are in alignment with the path you're supposed to be on. So that can be really reassuring even if it feels like we don't know what direction we're going right now. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for this quick episode of Transits today. I will be back live tomorrow on Thursday. Jupiter is moving back into Pisces tomorrow, so it should be a fun conversation about what that means, what the end of the year will bring with Jupiter in Pisces. Expect a lot of talk about spirituality, mysticism, hope, faith, belief, and trust, all these things that I think will be helpful to get us through Scorpio season. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your Wednesday, of your Mercury day. I appreciate you being here, even when I can't be here live. I love you all, and I will see you all bright and early tomorrow morning. But until I see you next, stay curious. Thank you so much for joining us and aligning with the energy of the universe today. If you enjoyed this morning's episode of Transits Today, you can join our live astrology discussion every weekday morning right here wherever you're watching. And head to thespiritualjournalist.com to read your daily astrology forecast and browse the Spiritual Shop. The most fun way to help keep these forecasts free and support more content like this is to buy yourself a little something on our website. But if you're feeling extra generous, you can also buy me a coffee to fuel future live streams. Just tap the link in the description or head to buymeacoffee.com and search The Spiritual Journalist. And speaking of, you can also tune in to The Spiritual Journalist, our weekly live interview where we ask our guests questions about everything from crystals and manifestation to mental health and the environment. Those conversations stream live right here wherever you're watching now every Tuesday. I'm so grateful you found us here, and I can't wait for our next conversation.